As a new rider, I was able to get my motorcycle insurance quote from £3,000 down to £700. Here's how I did it. Finding cheap motorcycle insurance can be a very daunting task. It doesn't have to be. Now, I'm not going to tell you about how insurance works or the hundreds of things that influence insurance premiums, like your age, whether you're a new or experienced rider, what kind of garage you have, whether it's a brick build or a hay build. None of that. There are loads of other videos that talk about that. And all of that is important, but that's information you can find. What I want to talk about is, I want to give you one single practical tip that might work for you. It worked for me. It might not work for you, but you don't know until you try it, right? So I'd highly encourage you to try it and see if it works for you. So previously I've used comparison websites to buy car insurance, and sometimes not knowing where to look for good insurance. You do your research, you look at comparison websites, and there are loads. Confused, go compare and all that. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for motorcycles. Now, I'm a motorcycle rider with 15 plus years of experience as a rider. Not in the UK, but when I bought my first motorcycle in the UK, I'm treated as a first-time rider, beginner rider. The insurance company considers me as a beginner rider as well. So the quote that I got on comparison websites was the cheapest quote was in the vicinity of £3,000. Now, I wasn't going to pay £3,000 for a year of insurance. That's like I could get another bike for that kind of money. So what I did was I Googled motorcycle-specific insurance companies, found a few of them. There are not many in the UK, unfortunately. There are a few good ones like Bennett's, Bike Shore, etc. I found these companies, gave them a call, explained to them my situation, gave them my context, and I said, could you do something for me? And they gave me a quote. So I got a quote from a company, called another insurance company, and spoke over the phone, not on comparison websites, on the phone. Told them, this is the quote I've gotten from this company. Can you do anything better? Can you beat it? Can you match it? Can you give me more value? And I got to a point, I didn't do it with hundreds, there are not hundreds of companies, but I didn't do it with many companies. I did it with a few companies. You could do it with 2 or 3 companies, or however many, But I got to a point where the last company I called, I said to them, this is the latest quote that I've got. This is what they've given me. Can you do anything better? They gave me a couple of pounds off their quote. But in addition, they offered gear and helmet protection worth £1,500. So that was more value for what I was paying. And as a first-time beginner rider, to get a quote that was less than a third of what I was getting on comparison websites, I thought that was a good deal. And hopefully in the years to come, the insurance premium will go down, and hopefully I don't have a crash. And I hope none of us have a crash. And that's how insurance works, right? So I'd highly encourage you to try this, and it might just work for you. As a new rider, had somebody told me, pick up the phone and call these companies, I would have done that straight away. But because this is how I learned, making this information available out there for you, and I hope it works for you. Try it out. Let me know if it works for you. And if there's anything if there's any other information that you'd like me to talk about as a new beginner rider in the UK, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely get back to you on that. Until then, ride safe. Take care.